Good morning, guys. Can you hear me? Yeah, it's a really good setup. Yep. What's the news on this CHRA? Why is this thing up? CHRA. 12-year contract with Dominion Energy. Okay. With a D, I guess. IWN, yeah. All right, so let's see here. It's like crypto-related things are breaking or gapping down. Plug, I took some losses on it intraday. I tried it a couple of times and it closed strong, so I covered it up. But I still have the position I shorted 2 days ago in like low 70s. And yeah, we'll see if again, an annoying gap down. It's super annoying. I did add a bit pre-market, but these gap downs are, it's just so annoying. It's not giving us a smooth trade. Mace is gapping up. or it was higher pre-market at least. Market leader. That's what M stands for in Macy's. It stands for market leader. If you didn't know, now you know. So I raised up my APHA and Tilray stops aggressively. They're both up like Tilray is up what, 85% from no, Tilray, I bought it down here. Oh my god, Tilray is up 150% from entry 2 weeks ago. Holy shit. Wow. This is what I said. Like I wasn't super excited about it on the daily, but then I looked at the weekly, right? I looked at the weekly and holy shit, this thing has potential. It's kind of hard to see here because it's gone now, but you know, it was down here. It just started breaking out of this range. It reclaimed the declining 50 on the weekly, and it was just so tight. Now it's up 150%. There you go. And APHA is up like 65%. And I sold most of them, both. I've sold most of my shares, and we'll see how they close. If they close strong, I may keep them. If they close weak, I'll just sell them. So those worked out all right, and yeah, next week they'll probably double again, and I'll be pissed that I sold them, that I didn't follow my own sell rules. But you know what? Fuck the sell rules. I just can't. I mean, if something is up 150% in 2 weeks, I just can't. I can't. I have to sell it. It's a handicap I have. I know this market, it's silly, you know. Up 150% in 2 weeks in 2020 and 2021. It's like value investing. I know. But what can I say? I'm a value investor. You sold Tilray at 15 bucks? What a loser. You're even more of a value investor than I am. You're like a super value investor. Chris Munger. Wait, market is closed on Monday? Okay. Didn't know that. Is it this Monday? Or is it next Monday? It is this Monday, right? Okay. Not a lot of things on watch. Again, plug is the main watch, and I'll just, you know, there is nothing that's super exciting. Nothing that I'm super excited about. Some of these indices and ETFs are getting a bit stretched. I'm thinking maybe SOXO. Maybe SOXO. I'm not gonna do any crazies. Man, this one, I fucked it up. I bought it here, and I sold it here. I bought it here, I sold it here. Okay. You could say I messed it up. Yeah, I have 28 positions. I know. I'm a diversified value investor. Tesla is super tight on the 60-minute. I think either way it breaks, it's gonna make a big move. I hope it breaks to the upside. So let's see if this plug can get rejected of this 20 EMA that is now declining. Okay, I'm out of all my APHA and Tilray. I just can't hold extended stocks. It's impossible. It's brain damage. What can I say? It's brain damage. Okay, plug took out lows of the day. Can we get some... Oh, Riot looks like he wants to stop me out. Come on, plug. I mean, this thing has easily 10-15% downside before it hits any support. Can we get a clean move down? Is it too much to ask? Plug has a lockup tomorrow. Oh, how big? Not that lockups matter much, but if it's a big one, it may matter. Damn, the crowd strike worked well off this EP, which I didn't take. Straight up from since. Look at how nice it's been surfing the 10 and 20. That's what market leaders do. You surf the 10 and 20 day moving averages. ESTC also of the EP. Bingo. Yeah. Yep, I passed on it yesterday. There's so many things to do. It's getting exhausting, all these things that go straight up. It's getting exhausting. BLTR. Oh, actually looks like a pretty decent setup. It's not bad. $38 million shares on plug, and oh, it's like 15% of the float. It's not that big. Come on, plug, go to zero. Go to zero already, and then you can bounce. Looks like I got stopped out of this XL. Didn't have any juice at all. No juicily, do sleep. This Palantir is a little bit intriguing, to be honest. It's been basing for a couple of months now. Palantir, they had a downgrade also, okay. Then it's really good price action. Plug is right of VWAP again. Looks like it may have failed at VWAP. Can we get a big move on it already? THCB, yeah, it is getting tight. Battery name. Yeah, Lemonade also had a good setup yesterday. Tried to break down, rallied into this declining resistance area, started fading, and then Citron hit it. Fubo, yeah, strong. ENG ready for shorting. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it could work. It's not bad. Oh, don't tell me these weed names are at the highs. Yep, they are. Okay. Okay, I officially hate my life. I'll just disable the sell button. Guys, how do you disable the sell button? There's not even a point. What's the point of the sell button? You don't ever need to use it, ever. I am in this Hexo small weed name. I can't get out since I still can't get into my IB. I tried to call them yesterday, but you know I called forever and no one answered. I'm like, fuck this shit. So I'll try again today. Yeah, it's migration related. This Brexit migration thing, they're moving everything from UK to the Ireland or something like that. And there was some issues for my account, apparently. And customer service wasn't, you know, it's not easy. You gotta call them. Their chat customer service wasn't that helpful. They're like, just call us. Yeah, but the live chat was useless. I wrote to the live chat like 3 times. Once I got disconnected, and 2 times they're like, "Hey, call us on this number." Your IB was migrated to Hungary? Why? I thought they migrated everyone to Ireland. Imagine being the guy that gets their IB migrated to like Afghanistan or something. It's like, hey, I didn't sign up for this. Okay, I won't poke fun at Afghanistan. Hey, which country should I poke fun at? Yeah, IB is a global leader. America, Sweden, USA. Come on, Plug, please fail at VWAP. Please fail at VWAP. Please fail at VWAP. Please fail at VWAP. Like, can't this thing just go straight down? Why can't it go straight down? Like Laser did, right? Laser went straight down. Why can't the Plug go straight down? How hard can it be? Okay, Peter Thiel, let's go. Has anyone tried the Nocco Sunny Soda? It's disgusting. Come on, Plug. Why is Plug making it so hard? You know what's gonna happen? It's gonna close strong, and then tomorrow it's gonna, or not tomorrow, on Tuesday it's gonna gap down again. And it's gonna go down to 30 by gapping down every day and then closing strong. Because they are in control of the stock. I don't know who they are, but they are in control. BB. Oh. Maybe they're releasing a new phone. It doesn't have a screen, it only has buttons. They don't make phones anymore? Only patents? BlackBerry, by the way, made a huge move back in like 2004. 2004, yeah. It had a big EP here. This is the EP I chose in the setup post. It was such a perfect, it was an EP combined with a high tide flag, and look at the move it made. Went up 300%. It had an enormous volume. It went up 300% in a year at an enormous volume. Big EP. And then it also had a big move back in 2007. 2006, 2007. And then Apple. There's a company that's called Apple. You may have heard of it. They released a phone with no buttons and a screen, and since then BB is history. Makes you think what company is really big today, like a product or service everyone is using, which is going to be like obsolete in say 5 years. There's guaranteed gonna be a bunch of those, but which ones? Team Apple, yeah. Team Apple founded Apple in 1973. Yeah, makes you think maybe Intel is going down that road. That's true. They're so bad lately. Yeah, I think MarketSmith is down. I saw someone on Twitter complain about MarketSmith. It's down, I think. It's down. Yeah, GME. Yeah. I don't see the point. Like, who the hell buys physical discs anymore? And like half of the shelves in their stores are like these toys, these like bobbleheads and stuff like that are like gaming related. Like, I mean, it's just stupid. What's the point of even existing? How are they gonna survive? Yeah, it's like Blockbuster. It's just a slow death. You know they're gonna, disappear, but it's gonna take some while. Toys are called action figures, yeah. Come on, plug, go to 0. I was gonna say 60, but then I said 0 instead because it's such a much sexier price target. Let's do a history lesson. Who wants a history lesson? I think candlestick patterns are totally useless. So yeah, I don't like candlestick patterns. They're totally useless. Most of the time. And some of them are valid, but in a context. But most of them, they're just totally useless. Because, if you don't have any context to it, it needs to have some context. Let's see here. Okay, history lesson. So you may have heard of this stock plug I've been shorting the past few days. I also shorted it back in 2014. Last time fuel cells were really hot. This thing went from like 50 cents to almost $12 in a few months. And also PLDP and fuel cell made big moves too, but this is the leader. This is the one that made the biggest move. And once it had a parabolic, right? This is a 5-star parabolic setup. Look at the big move. It had been trending higher for months and months. Had a leg higher, went sideways a few days, had another leg higher, and on the third day it gapped up, had a big reversal, and look at the move. This thing went down 50% intraday. Almost 50%, 45% intraday from highs to lows. Okay? That's the type of moves you can get in these things. It's insane. I unfortunately I was an amateur back then. I hadn't really defined this setup yet. I was aware that these things can make big moves down, but I didn't really have any concept of entries and exits, and like I got squeezed the day before. I was like randomly shorting it. I lost I think like a quarter or a third of my account the day before because I didn't know this setup, and I was really aggressive on it. I added to a loser. I did all of these stupid things you shouldn't do. But yeah, that's the move I want now. Why can't plug go down 40% today? That would be nice. But no. Too many dip buyers. I guess I missed Soxel. I guess I should have done it opening range lows. Maybe if it can bounce later. Bounce back to the declining 10 EMA. Come on, plug! Wouldn't it be nice if plug goes to the 10-day moving average today? Or even the 20? Yes, I am in Fubo. IMMR Immer. It's not that great of a setup. It was very wide candle yesterday. Please use dark mode on TradingView. No. I'm gonna use yellow mode on TradingView. Isn't the high tide flag a candlestick? No. High tide flag is a formation that takes several days to several weeks to form. It's not about one candlestick. Do I think the big indices are pulling back more? Yeah, I'll just consult my 8-ball. Could you please wait for 30 seconds? The 8-ball says don't know. So I will say I don't know. Because I'm following my 8-ball. Guys, don't laugh at the 8-ball. Why are you guys laughing? It's no joking matter. Oh, looks like everything is pulling back. Oh, I got stopped out of laser too. Yeah, I mean, it's time for a pullback. We've had a big run, and you know, a pullback wouldn't be, you know, a pullback would be very healthy. If you could get a 5-10% pullback in the major indices, it would be a healthy thing. There is nothing, you know, abnormal about it. Come on, plug! Come on! Maybe I'll size down on my oil exposure a little bit. XUP. I'll maybe XUP is the one I'll size down most on. Let's see a Palan. Oh, you know, just the market is weak, so I think this Palan to trade. Yeah, it's. We'll see. Oh, BNTX. That's a nice pullback there. I sized down some longs. It just, you know, take some risk off the table here. Some of these indices do look a little bit vulnerable, to be honest. Like something like Nasdaq looks like, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I'm just, you know, getting rid of margin. Hey, Man, I think I'll be needing access to my IB account soon. I think I may need access to my IB account soon. There are some things I need to sell. I know, it belongs to me, but oh, it looks like I got stopped out of Riot. Alright. It looked like you wanted to go to like 35 or something, but nope. Which brokers do I use? You know what? Okay, yeah, that's a mute right there. You haven't followed the instructions on the screen. It's a mute right there. If you don't follow instructions on the screen, it's disrespectful to everyone and you will get muted. There's a reason. There's a reason there are instructions on the screen. So we don't have to have these questions that are already answered if you just follow the instructions on the screen. It's like magic. It's as close to magic as you can get. You follow the instructions on the screen and probably 95% of your questions will be answered. Especially these types of questions. Veritas screen, okay, I'm gonna mod you. Veritas screen, he's gonna mute everyone. You know, you gotta be a little bit tough on the rules. Now that there's so many people here, 600 people and growing almost every day. Gotta enforce the rules. You know, can't have like 50 people coming in every day asking me, hey, which brokers do you use? Where do you set stops? Or pumping some random stocks. You know, if you wanna, we gotta make this room clean. Everyone needs to be on the same page, because it's really a waste of everyone's time. You know, people who just can't follow simple instructions. Or thinking that the instructions don't is not relevant to them. Or asking who Brandy Love is, that gets a perma ban. My breakout? Do you mean my entry? Or what do you mean my breakout? I guess you mean my entry. My entry was opening range highs on the 5 minutes. This low mid 27 area. 27.32 is my entry. What? What percentage below 1 year high will you take an entry? What does that mean? I think you need to follow the instructions on the screen. Because that's not a criteria in any of my setups. I don't look at the 1 year high on any of my setups. That's not a thing. I don't look at the how much it's off the highs, like 1 year highs. That's really not something I ever look at. Wait, mods are banning mods? What? Do we have civil war? Wait. Did I miss something? Is there civil war in the chat? Doesn't Tesla on the weekly look parabolic? It looks incredibly extended. Yes, it does look very extended. But it is holding up really well. It wouldn't surprise me if this thing goes to like 1500 this month. No, there is no fighting amongst the moderators. There was no war between the moderators. Seen some moderators blocking for 10 minutes? Which I don't know what you're talking about. They need to follow the rule? Who needs to follow the rule? Yeah, I don't think moderators can mod each other. Because otherwise one moderator could take over the whole thing, like ban all the other moderators. Wouldn't make any sense. You have read my blog 10 times, watched the entire YouTube archive 2 to 3 times. Give us one advanced secret technique you use. Okay, so every time the moon passes my neighbor's chimney, like obviously on days when it's not cloudy, or nights when it's not cloudy, every time the moon passes my neighbor's chimney, I will be bullish the next day. You're writing? Yeah. Take notes, guys. This is advanced swing trading techniques. You're getting this info for free. You won't get info like this anywhere else in the world. I already taught you the bat formation. The bat formation has a 100% win rate. So anytime you see a bat formation, feel free to go 100% long on margin. No problem. There's no risk. since the formation has 100% win rate. It's pretty much a riskless setup. And obviously, guys, you know, if you don't understand that I'm trolling, you probably need to follow the instructions on the screen. It all boils down to following simple instructions. Okay, I went short some Tesla. I have to. It's probably gonna stop me out, but this thing, once this thing pulls back, I don't think it's gonna stop at the 10 or 20. It could maybe stops at the 50. Maybe even not at the 50. Like if we get a broad-based pullback, like Nasdaq is looking very vulnerable here, or at least the QQQs. But you know, it's still building higher lows, and you know, there's no point in getting too bearish. But I'm just trading what I see in front of me, and right now I do see some weakness, and I also see a lot of things that are kind of extended, like small caps. I wish I'd shorted TNA. This thing, oh man, TNA opening range lows would have been something. And SOX will do. Oh my god, SOX is already. Oh, man, I did miss some things. TQQs also. Well, I'll have to survive on Tesla, I guess. Tilray, yes, it is. It was definitely a short setup, yeah. And the thing is, if I hadn't come in long today, I may have even shorted it. But yeah, it was a parabolic short setup, absolutely. This thing has, it's up almost, it was up 170% in like 2 weeks, and it was up what 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row, and then it gapped up today. So yeah, it's a valid setup. All you have to do is wait for like an entry, opening range lows, VWAP fails, lower highs. This one is a bit tricky because, especially if you try to trade it off the 1 minute chart out of the gate, you would have gotten triggered, and then you would have gone stopped out. And then it took out the highs of the day, popped a little bit, fell back below VWAP, retested VWAP, failed at VWAP, and that was your second entry on this thing. It's not been a super clean one, but yeah. Oh, pluggily plug! Damn, I wish I had gotten short some of these ETFs though. I hope we get a bounce later, midday. I would love to add more ETFs on the short side, because yeah, there's some. Oh, pluggily plug. Come on, plug. Yeah, plug is unplugged now. Now I'm gonna use today's highs as my final stop on it. It shouldn't take out today's highs. But again, don't get too bearish either, because we could very easily find support in the indices and then bounce back mid-late day. So, but I'm just getting rid of some exposure. I don't want to get if this big pullback, like let's just say like this. Like the odds are not really favoring the longs. Like we've had a long run to the upside. A lot of things are kind of extended. So I'm just, playing the odds. And you gotta, especially if you're like a margin long, you gotta get out. You gotta size down as soon as you get hints of trouble. Otherwise, you're not gonna last in this game for long. Guys, do you remember the 30 positions indicator I've been talking about? What happens every time I reach 30 positions? And yesterday I reached 30 positions. Just saying. I think we are, what, 4 out of 4? I mean, you can't make this up. It's unbelievable. I could sell this to a hedge fund, this secret indicator to a hedge fund for like 100 million. It's incredible. It really is. It's unbelievable how well it works. Not gonna show P&L. Okay, yeah. If I would show P&L too, the markets would go to 0. So yeah, you're right. I better not show P&L. We don't want to crash the world economy. I'm gonna be the next flash crash guy. Like they blamed that retail trader for the flash crash, they're gonna blame me for the next market crash if I show P&L. I don't want to go to jail. How big is my account now, start of 2021? You will find out if you follow the instructions, Tsai. Just go to my blog. My about page. It's all there. It's all there. Am I down big for the day? No, I'm up on the day. What weird questions. Why would I be down big on the day? I sold a bunch of stocks into strength, APHA and Tilray. They had big gap ups. My plug is finally working well. My tan is going lower. No, I'm not down big on the day. I am probably up on the day. Then yeah, some longs have pulled back too, but... Do I love David? No. Has the dollar success of last year had any impact on my mental game? Nope. It has not. If anything, I take smaller risks, like percentage risks. I don't want any headaches. Tesla is holding up really well. Really, really well. It's still holding this uptrend. I don't think this Tesla wants to go down. Yet, at least. You've been reading and watching my guides for a few months, and what's my secret to your sarcastic jokes where only boomers understand it? Ooh, that's a good question. Do only boomers understand my jokes? No. I think most people understand my jokes. Fucking boomers. MSDR, it's only day one. It's only day one after consolidation. Yeah. Okay, looks like we're getting a bounce now. I'm willing to go short some of these ETFs, maybe TNA, Soxol, maybe it's Soxol, TNA or TQQ, we'll see. If you get a bounce like into these declining moving averages, and then like a VWAP fail or something mid or late day. It wouldn't be a bad thing to get like a 10% pullback in the major indices, like SPICE. If you pull back 10%, it's still gonna build a higher low relative to the last couple of pullbacks. Or NASDAQ 10%. You know, it would be a big deal. We would be back where we were in like early November. It would reset a lot of charts, and you know, it would set up for more upside later. So pullbacks are a good thing. That's where you get the biggest gains come after pullbacks. That's where the best time to buy stocks is, when we're coming out of a pullback. Wait, are you up 40% in 2 weeks? That's insane. That's actually pretty insane. Great job. Yeah. And also remember, you know, don't get too aggressive when there's not many setups around, and when you know, there's a lot of weakness, because you can give it back as fast as you made it. The best time to buy is usually when the market comes out of a consolidation, multi-month consolidation, or a pullback. That's when the best time to buy stocks is, like buying breakouts. That's where you get the best setups, the best follow through. Well, I guess I'll have to call Interactive Brokers later, because some of my Interactive Brokers holdings are about to stop me out. Okay, so now we're getting the bounce. We got that first attempt of a breakdown, so we're getting the bounce, and if the bounce starts failing midday or late day, that's where I would add or short some of these triple ETFs, and I would only hold them overnight if they close weak. So it's all about finding these tight areas like TQQ. I'm watching. I think like the Qs look very vulnerable in trending higher for several months, and it's actually not that big of a move. You know what? I don't know. I'm not super excited about the trade. I think TNA is more likely to pull back, like the small caps. These are more extended. So yeah, we'll see. I'm probably more likely to short TNA. Where's the VWAP? Okay, another buck higher. That's where the VWAP is. It's all about finding a tight stop. Like this TNA, for example, the average daily range or average true range is $5. So if you can find like an entry where you can risk, say, $1, that's only 1/5 of the average true range. And this thing could, if we get a pullback, it could easily pull back $15-20. So it's a really good risk reward. It's an incredibly good risk reward. You made 110% last month. That's incredible. Yeah, I can log into my account via the web page. Yeah, but I can't do any trading. I did start a little bit TNA, like a third size, just to get a little bit of a feeling for it. But I won't add more unless we get a VWAP fail and maybe lower highs and stuff like that later in the day. It is having a pretty violent rally though, but it's not really, doesn't really mean anything. It could very easily fail. Plug, yeah, everything is rallying. I hope plug stays down. I don't want to get stopped out of plug. I did cover some of the ads. But not all of it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Bear markets are a different animal. There are no breakouts in a bear market, or bearish markets, or downtrending markets, or whatever you wanna call them. You gotta trade differently. Or actually, the best thing to do is not trade much at all. If you're a swing trader, primarily a swing trader on the long side, you just sit there and wait for weeks and weeks on end, and maybe even months on end. And a lot of people are gonna find out the hard way. They're gonna be surprised and shocked once the market starts going down, and every dip is not bought, and the market goes down for months and months on end, and people will, a lot of these bull market geniuses that we've been reading about on Wall Street Bets, etc. Like some of these guys, many of them gonna blow up. It's hard to short in a bear market. It's because everything is so correlated to the market. It's much easier to short things in a bull market. bear markets, or whatever you want to call them, downtrending markets, everything is much more correlated. You don't get a lot of things that move on their own merits. Yeah, exactly. The Corona sell-off this last year. I mean, it was kind of a, the magnitude was pretty big. I mean, the markets were down like 30% in a month. It's one of the fastest sell-offs ever, or like one of the worst sell-offs ever in that short of a amount of time. But it only lasted for a month, right? From highs to lows, the bear market, or what you want to call it, it was over. It only lasted for like 3 weeks, and then it was over. Well, a real bear market, usually lasts for years and years. Look at what happened to Nasdaq, or Nasdaq 100, from March 2000 to, what is this? October 2002, right? What's that? 2.5 years? Like, imagine having a market like this. There is no such thing as a breakout, okay? So TNA, so far I'm in about 2/3 size. I'm using a fairly tight stop. Like, I'm using a little bit more than $1 stop. And if this thing actually goes down, if you actually have a pullback, again, it could easily go down 10, $15. So it's a good risk reward. It's more than 1 to 10 risk reward. But this market, it never pulls back, so I'm probably gonna be wrong. I'm probably gonna get stopped out of it, and everything will continue going higher. But I did get rid of some stuff on the long side. Just, some of these smaller positions like Tiller and APHA that I've already sold some on the way up, I just got rid of them. They weren't that big. They were like 10%, 15% of my accounts total. Already extended, so I just got rid of them. Tesla just can't go down. That's a good sign. It's very bullish sign for this thing. It's holding up really well. For now. It can always change, but for now it's holding up really well. GBS, yeah, it's one type of setup, not really my type of setup, but it could work. So recent IPO, right, and pulled back, building higher lows, and now it's kind of breaking out of this little triangle. It could work, but not really that exciting. My package will arrive Monday. Ooh, is it Nocco? What is it? Do you know which data subscription one needs an IB account for? Yeah, you can click around. There's like a list, you can just pick and choose things. It's somewhere in there, I don't know exactly where, but it's somewhere there on their webpage, I think. What's my address and PO box? You'll figure it out. It's not too hard. See it as a treasure hunt. TCA, no. The reverse CTFs are horrible. It's much easier to trade the non-reverse CTFs. Live person. Yo, horrible setup. Horrible setup. You need to review the YouTube video again and yeah. Horrible setup, no. There's no momentum there. Or not much momentum anyways. You want to be in stocks that have a lot of momentum or very clean, like clean charts. They're surfing the 10 or 20. Live person doesn't really fit any of those criteria. Forex, I highly doubt my breakout method applies to Forex. It's a whole different animal. It's a whole different animal. Like currencies are a wholly different animal. It does work very well on cryptos, but Forex, I doubt it. BJ? No. Nope. Nope. Oh, there's so many nopes on this, I don't even know where to begin. You need to follow the instructions on the screen. Read my setups blog post and also watch the 4-hour video on breakouts. There's just so many nopes on it. Yeah, the other BJ is much better. I agree. FLT.V. I don't see a setup here. It had a like a setup here maybe and a setup here, but right now it's already. Record, is it a chat pump? I don't know. They had some news. They had some news. NNDM, yeah, this is one I passed on a few days ago, but yeah, it looks great. It's surfing the 20 EMA here in the 60-minute, building higher lows. It wouldn't surprise me if it goes to 15 eventually. NNDM is stock of the year? How do you know? David told you? Okay, then it's legit. IQQH. Is it time to sell? I don't know what is IQQH. I can't get the. Doesn't exist in TC2000. Guys, you know what putting a ticker in chat means without any other commentary? you know what it means, or at least you should know if you had followed the instruction on the screen. But yeah, it's a decent looking setup. But unfortunately, I think you got muted because, you know, just putting a ticker in chat is spam without any other commentary. You know, post your own observations or questions about the ticker, right? Don't just put tickers in the chat. This is not one of these spamish day trading rooms where everyone is pumping random stocks and following the leader, right? Why is my stop higher than on plug? Why not risk a lower high? I'm risking both. I have different stops for different ads. If it reclaims, like, well, VWAP was up here before, but if it reclaims this lower high, I'm gonna cover some, and if it takes out the high, I'll cover the rest. My initial stop on it was here, like $72, but that one I removed because it's already gone down a lot. Bingo possible para short tomorrow? Yes, absolutely. It's gonna be day 3 tomorrow. Ideally it goes to 10, 11, 12 today and then, you know, gaps up tomorrow. I'm here. I'm just reading some stuff. This is not an entertainment stream. I'm not really supposed to talk all the time. What's the latest show you're into? I watched Upload on Amazon Prime. It was like a romantic comedy. I never watched romantic comedies, but that one was actually pretty good because it had an interesting like context. Like the guy, he died and he was uploaded to the cloud. It's in the future. So if you die and if you have money, you can get your consciousness uploaded to the cloud. So it was kind of funny how they how they set it up. So you can like visit your loved ones via VR. You put on VR glasses and you visit your loved ones in the cloud, like they're in a like a virtual world. It looks like everything looks like it's real, right? But it's not. It's kind of funny. Sometimes it's a bit laggy and and the poor people who don't have as much money, they only have 2 GB. So if they do many things in the cloud, or they do too much thinking, their data is used up and they can't do much more. They have to wait until the next month. It's kind of funny, man. And there was like some server issues or some kind of I don't know. So everyone turned into a square in the cloud. Like the graphics were really bad. I mean, it was hilarious. It's kind of hilarious that way. It's like a romantic comedy with a twitch. Yeah, it's called Upload. Yeah, Upload. Did I say it? Yeah, Upload. It was kind of funny. Yeah, it was on Amazon Prime. Other than that, I'm just watching some documentaries on like on Netflix. I'm watching like World War II in color on Netflix right now. It's pretty interesting. But it takes me forever to watch these things. Yeah, Queen's Gambit was really good. I binged that one. Dirty Money. Don't fuck with cats. What's that? Yeah, the new Lord of the Rings. Oh, please, I hope it's good. Yeah, The Expanse. Yeah, I've been watching that one too. It's pretty good. It's not great, but it's okay. The Inventor? No, I didn't watch it. Yeah, I watched the Witcher series. Of course I watched it. I love Witcher 3 and Witcher 2. Can you have a nice... Hey! Oh, David. David, you're always welcome to leave. David, no one is forcing you to stay. These boomers, they have no patience. You're going skiing? Hey, don't break your hip. Have a nice weekend, David. Knock on wood. Oh. I think this Palantir is gonna stop us out. Buying breakouts in weak markets, it's not a good thing. Death by 1,000 cuts. All right, so Tesla couldn't reclaim this 10 and 20 EMAs that are now starting to turn down. Okay. I will add more Tesla if it takes out lows of the day. It's holding up now, but if the markets really get weak and we get some persistent selling, even the strongest stocks, they can really, really rug pull on you. But we'll see. It's still too early. It's too early to be aggressive in any way. I did lighten up on the long side, just to lock in some. We've had a long rally, and there's no reason to sit here on in the margin long when things are sluggish. If we're gonna go higher without the pullback, there's gonna be new setups. So yeah. But if you're not on margin long, just follow the sell rules. There's no reason to try to outsmart the 10-day and 20-day moving averages. But I just had to get off margin and lock in some of these moves, and then I can then I don't have to be stressed out. Putu. Yeah, it's still holding the rising 20 EMA. TQQ is weak now. Tesla at the lows, yeah. I only have pretty sizable position. I'm short 12,000 shares. I don't know if I'm gonna add any more. Maybe I'll add a few. I'll round it up to 15,000 shares, but that's it. I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm also gonna do maybe some TQQ. I already did TNA. Yeah, we'll see. Bitcoin in a bear market. Yeah, Bitcoin is taking out. Yeah, I would love to see a retest on Bitcoin of the 50-day. That would be great if we can get a retest the 50-day. It's been surfing the 20 for now. Would I hit VIS during a bear market crash? You mean VIX? I would trade anything that has volume and setup. So yes, absolutely. There may be another like intraday entry on this plug soon. It failed at VWAP again. It's kind of tight intraday. It's a good risk reward. Good risk reward setup potentially. If you're starting with a small portfolio 2000, would you still apply my high loss percentage but large yes? Okay, I'm gonna cut the stream. Like I showed a TNA, I showed a Tesla, got rid of a bunch of longs, doing some yeah, reallocation of the portfolio, because things do look soft here for now. Again, it's all about trading what you see, right? It's all about trading what's in front of you. Yeah, as long as I'm under 30 positions, exactly. All right, guys. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you on Tuesday, since Monday is apparently a day off, right? Good luck. Don't do anything stupid. Don't be like David. Go skiing over the weekend. Study setups. That's what you should do, guys. Study setups. Don't be a loser and go skiing. Alright, guys. Take care.